So G7 is up to their eyeballs in economic problems. G20's kind of fading into irrelevance, especially as the BRICS peel off the developing economy members of the G20. So your Argentina, what's more important, an invitation to G20 or invitation to BRICS 11 plus? I'd take the BRICS conference because I think there's more going on there. So it's an interesting evolution in terms of multilateral institutions, but the old ones dominated by the collective West are fading, and the new ones dominated by not just emerging economies doesn't do them justice because these are giant, India and China, combined population 2.8 billion, just two countries, and then you throw in Russia, Saudi Arabia, and UAE and Brazil. They're all members of BRICS as of now. You kind of got OPEC. I mean, who needs OPEC if you've got two of the three biggest oil producers in the world plus UAE? Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention Iran. Iran is in the BRICS 11. So you got Iran, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and Russia in the BRICS 11. Who needs OPEC? So they're going to dictate the oil price going forward. So that's where the action is. So you end up in a multipolar world, but really kind of like a bipolar world, the collective West and the global South. When I say collective West, I'll throw in Japan and Australia, but that's how things are shaping up. Now, specifically with regard to, I'll call it BRICS 11 and growing, and the emergence of a BRICS currency on some basis and the impact of that on the dollar, that is happening. People, one of the problems with what I do is you actually get stuck reading the 25-page single-space final communique of the BRICS meeting in South Africa, and there's barely a word about the currency, barely a word. There's one reference, we need to maintain our autonomy or in financial market, words to that effect, but nothing dramatic, nothing big, nothing definitive. And everyone said, well, wait a second, Jim, you're one of the ones saying the BRICS currency is moving forward, it'll be gold linked, et cetera. And they didn't do a thing. That's not correct. In fact, they did the most important thing. If you were trying to get an alternative to the dollar, a liquid, viable, useful alternative to the dollar, what they actually did in Johannesburg is the single most important thing they could do, which is expand the membership. Because the problem, any two countries can agree that they're going to take each other's currencies. And there are a lot of those agreements flying around. Recently, India has been buying Russian oil and they pay in rupees. The Russians are kind of that's getting a little old for them, but the Indians are insisting on paying in rupees. China and Saudi Arabia have been talking for a long time about Saudi Arabia shipping oil to China. China is their biggest customer, by the way, and the Chinese could pay in yuan. That conversation has been going on for a long time. It's out there, but I haven't seen any evidence that they're actually doing that Saudi Arabia is actually taking in the yuan. There was a big multilateral agreement, a bilateral agreement between Brazil and China. So the Chinese are going to take rice and the Brazilians will take yuan. That's a little more useful because there's stuff to buy. And the point is, if you take the currency of the other trading partner, what do you do with it? Well, if it's dollars, you just buy treasuries and build up your reserves. But if it's anything else, and there is no bond market, and in most cases there is not, or at least not one you want to invest in, then you got to spend it. I just put the currency in your reserves, like bank deposits, like, okay. But you want to buy stuff with your reserves, your surplus rather, and there's not much to buy, and there's always something, but at least with Brazil, they have a major aircraft manufacturing sector, they have an energy sector, they have a huge agricultural sector. So China can say, yeah, we'll buy the Embraers, we'll buy your oil, we'll buy your soybeans. So there's stuff to do, but that's the exception rather than the rule. Typically, you're stuck with the other guy's currency and not much to do with it. Now, how do you break out of that? Well, we have a model. It's been done very, very successfully. It's called the euro. And everyone who's like dissing the BRICS, like, oh, they'll never do it. It won't work. And so like one analyst, by the way, a guy I respect, really brilliant guy, said they can't have a common currency because they don't have a common fiscal policy. I'm like, wait a second. Europe doesn't have, the European Monetary Zone doesn't have a common fiscal policy. You think Greece and Germany or Italy and the Netherlands are on the same page when it comes to fiscal policy? They're not, but they do have a successful currency union and a central bank, which is monetary policy, not fiscal policy. You need a little coordination in terms of monetary policy. So if you're the BRICS and you want to make your new currency in the making, you want to make that a success, the first thing you would do is expand the membership and get it up to 20 or 25 countries. And there are 11 now, but the waiting list is about 17 or 18. And one by one, you got Algeria and Argentina, and a lot of countries want to join, Malaysia and others. One by one, they'll be admitted. And when the group gets big enough, now you can launch the currency, because and again, I'll use Russia as an example, but the same would be true for China. So China ships manufactured goods to or semiconductors to Russia, and they get paid in the BRICS currency, or Russia ships oil to India and they get paid in the BRICS currency. But now the question, well, what do I do with this currency, is much easier to answer, because if you can go shopping in 25 countries instead of 1 or 2, it completely changes it. So Russia says, okay, I got paid in BRICS by India, but now I don't have to go shopping in India. I can buy the Embraers from Brazil. I can buy semiconductors from China. I can buy drones from Iran. I can buy whatever Saudi Arabia has on offer, or maybe just just investments in a place like Dubai, because the UAE is now a member. The point is, you have far more choice. That makes the currency viable. So that's when you launch your currency, not now, when it's really not much better than bilateral trade.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you gotta pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.